हिंदी में तो चलेगा क्या, इंग्लिश में पढ़ाना पड़ेगा? हेलो, हिंदी में क्या इंग्लिश में पढ़ाएं? आवाज सुनाई पड़ रहा है आप लोगों को? असरत अली जी, राजीव, सुमित जी, शुभम। ओके
हाय गौरव, हिंदी इंग्लिश बहुत एक्सेप्टेबल।
ओके ओके ओके। So basically, this is the VBA and macro. So what is the VBA? Basically, VBA is the just like the Visual Basic application. Is full form of the VBA is Visual Basic application, and it is the language. And the mode of the language and program is combination of language and program. Language is basically the mode of the communication, and program is the set of the instruction. What is the given to the VBA editors so to run the programs, and it is the VBA basically based on object-oriented program. Object is in the here is the just like the instance of the class, book, seat, range, and this is the instance. And so VBA is the object-oriented programming language, and class in the VBA, the collection of the object collection of the object, worksheet, workbook, range, pivot, chart. This is the class, basically class. An object is just like the book one, seat one, range, particular range. This is the object. And ops means the object-oriented programming system, based on the VBA, based on object-oriented programming system. And properties, properties basically just like the attribute of the object. Properties just like color, height, width, font, and what is the color, what is the height, width, and font. And this is the properties of the properties. And procedure, how way to write the program. Procedure, basically we are using the subroutine procedure, subroutine, sub procedure to write the programs in VBA. And when you to write in code, we can write the code in the workbook, we can write the code in the worksheet, we can write it on the module. And module is three types: standard module, class module, and form module. And to open the VBA, shortcut key is the Alt F11. To VBA editor, open the VBA editor is the Alt F11. So after pressing the Alt and F11, you can see the VBA editor. This is the VBA editor basically. And here in VBA editor, we can write the code. Whatever we want to write the code, we can write here. And in VBA editors. And if at first, to open the VBA in here, to show the VBA, what we have to do, in the upper top there is the just like the tab, home, insert, page layout, formula, data, review, view, and developer and developer. So to insert the developer here, we have to go the file, and file, then there is the option. We have to click on option, then you can see their custom ribbons and custom ribbons. Then after, we can see here in the right hand side there is the option developer. If we click uncheck, then click on the check on the developers, and then click on OK. So it will show the developer. So, and in developer there is the basically Visual Basic. This is the to create the macros. This is macro, record macro. We see in macros, we can see the list of the macro which has been already recorded, and used to relative reference. This is the to record the macro basically. And to insert, here there is a command insert. So if you want to command button to insert, there is a different buttons, and for the run the macros, we can click on this and this insert the macro. And then after click the here, then we can write the code here, and we can code and run the macros. So let's we will, this is the basic example, and This is the start of the base. VBA is basically object-oriented programming language, and full form of VBA is Visual Basic Application, and VBA is the combination of the VBA. VBA is the combination of the different objects and under object there is object combination of different object, and under object there is so many properties, attribute of the object, color, height, width, font, and this is the attribute. So in this way we can, so how to write the small macros, how to record the small macros. So first we will see. So for that we have to the click on relative reference, and then after relative reference, then we have to go record macro, and we can give the network color, and on the this work color the cell. See the comment and click on OK, and now go to the home tab and just click the this color and switch the this, and then stop the macro. Now after the macro stops, then we move the here, and again we have to go the developer and select the macro, and click on colors and run. Then it will the color, the here the color is going on as, and cursor is shift to this position. Again, if we want to the color the here, then I put the cursor here and go to the macro, and again we go to the color, and then after the we have to click on the run. So again this is the working. So this is the way we can record the macro. If we want to do the another macro, suppose use the relative reference and then record macro. If we want to give the any shortcut key, the shortcut key just like the we control P and work the another color cell. Again control P, and then we can go to home tabs, then we choose the color here. You will choose this color, and again we do any cursor here and control P, press the control and P. So control and P, have to this, and now we have to press the control and it is not again we have to the record relative reference, and then record macros, control shift and P, and then I have to click OK. There is already has macro, so have to name change the macro name, macro 4, control shift P. Okay, actually there is already a macro, so click on a relative reference, then record macro, control shift D, control shift D, and then click on OK, and then go to home tab and click on this color, and again go to developer and stop the recording. And now we can go to this cell and control shift and D. It is the working right now, control shift D, and we can do control shift D. Then this is the code. What is the happening inside? to see this, we have to click on macro, and there is the edit option. So we just click on edit, then it is showing the what happened inside. And this is the color macro. This is the comment part basically. The color, the cell. So with selection dot interior, pattern dot excel the solid, pattern the color index is excel automatic, and dot color the color. This is the color code. Color code. What is the color code? And tint the end set is the 0. Pattern tint set. I mean, this is the two recorded macros. The what is the insights, and then after active cell dot offset. So means the move the cells. The here is the color and move the cell cursor is here. So this is the so shifting the two position from the active cells and range select. So this is the recorded macro. Now we are writing on VBA codes. So let's see, and small codes. So we have to go to developer, then developer click the Visual Basic and click the sheet 1, and sheet 2 we are writing it. At first we delete all the things, and to write the code and VBA sub, at first we subroutine is the sub, and then we have to the gives the name text one, just like it. There is the end sub, ending the sub procedure, ending the sub procedure, and we are writing the sub procedure, name of the VBA code. VBA program is the test one, and we are writing under the sub and in sub. So just like defining the variable dim I as an integer, we are defining I as an integer variable, defining the integer variable, and then I equal to, and then I equal to, suppose we are putting the 5, and again message box we are printing the I. This is the message box to the pop-up, giving the pop-up of any variable to the print the variable. So the message box will be, so how to run this program? We have to the click. Can you see there is the run button, and then there is break, and there is the reset. So we have to click on the run procedures. So click the run, then it is showing the pop-up here is the 5. So this is the run, and this is the completed the run procedure. After the run, this is pop-up will be show. So first what we did, actually we define the variable dim I as an integer, and we have given the value I equal to 5, and then we message box showing the message box I. And suppose second we are writing the another program, sub test 2, such test 2 dim I as integer I equal to VBA dot input box. So input box, what we are doing basically, enter the value, and we close the bracket. So input box is used basically using for the anything we are giving the input. So VBA dot input box, and then we message box I. So now again we click on the run button. They are asking for enter the value. If I give the 5, then they give the pop-ups the run Microsoft Excel. This is the 5. So this is the way we can give it the input values and also the run the macro the VBA code message box. This is the message box basically used just like the print command. So give it the whatever we are giving inside the there in defining the variable dim I integer and assigning the value value I variable is the VBA of input box integer, enter the value and message box. Suppose if you are giving the wrong, I define as the integer, but we give the text. So what happened? Let's see. Click and we are giving the A is a text, so it is showing the error because runtime errors, types mismatch, because we have defined the variable is here the integer. So it will taking the only the integer value. And suppose we can convert the integer is string, and now what happened? Again we click on here and giving the A. So now it is a taking, but if we give the here's the after the running the one, so it will not take one. It is also considering as a text and giving the output, but if we give the here the integer, so then it will only take the integer value. So this is the small code basically, and we will proceed the after now next test 3. So dear deemed I as integer I equal to seat 1 dot rows dot count. How many rows in the Excel sheet? So if you want to know the how many rows in this Excel sheets, so message box I. So this is the rows dot count, showing the error. Sheet 1 dot sales rows dot count dot row. Suppose we are giving this is taking the errors, because we have to also give the here sheet 1 dot range D5 dot select, giving this select. So if we want to select the particulars the sales, then we click on the range. So sheet 1 here we are clicking selecting the particular sales, then this selecting the D5. Can you see the cursor here? And if you want to select the another sales, suppose the D8 and D8, now here see the cursor is here, and now we are want to select the another D8 D10, and then after running the code, can you see the cursor is here, the D10. So this is the range, and now select the range. How to select the range? Test for sheet A1 dot range A1 to A10 dot select. So selecting the range from this range A1 to A10. So for that we click on here run button, and can you see the all this from A1 to A10 has been selected. All the sales has been selected from A1 to the A10. And now we move the another program. Suppose sub text 5 and now select sheet 1 dot range A1 to D10 dot select. Plus selecting this, click on the run button. Can you see now selecting the from the A1 to the D10. We click on the run button. A1s to D10. So this is the way we can select the a range from the VBA code. And then after using the how to use the this function int Excel up int Excel to right int Excel to left int Excel down. So let's see. Suppose this is the range here. ठीक है,
ये आपका नहीं है?
हाँ हमारे
आपका है ना?
हाँ
तो इधर झाड़ू मार दिया तो
हाँ
ठीक है?
हाँ
कितना गंदा है? झाड़ू नहीं
चालू
है ना?
हाँ
तो ये डाल के तो डाल दिया है।
ठीक
अच्छी बात थोड़ी लगती है।
हाँ
अब तो पढ़े लिखे यार डेली
ठीक ठीक है
इसी का ख्याल रखो।
ठीक ठीक
नहीं
ठीक
इसमें नहीं आना। देखो आपने अंदर अंदर तो साफ कर लिया,
हाँ
लेकिन बाहर
ठीक है, क्लास ले लें तो
बाहर क्लास ठीक है।
yes hello in Excel up, in Excel to right, in Excel to left, and Excel down. So we will see, suppose here we are using the range between 100, 500, and selected this. Now we will select the use the function in Excel up, in Excel up, then Excel to right, and in Excel to left, in Excel to the down. So text 6 sheet 1 dot range A1 dot int Excel down dot select. So there the cursor is here, and we have to select this point, this one. So because we using the int Excel down, we are using the int Excel down. So this function Excel down. So we have to go from this position is cursor, then it will be select this particular value 288, and it how run code. Can you see the cursor is here now 288? So this is the cursor is showing that 288 is this position, means the say cursor moved to the 288. And now use the another function sheet sub procedure sub test 7 sheet 1 dot range A1 dot in Excel to write dot select. So now clicking on, so can you see the position is now here, the cursor position is the here 418. This is showing the position of the 418, and this one range in Excel to the right. Now sum test 8 sheet 1 dot range position is here C1 position cursor position is the C1. So if we want to cursor is the C1 and want to the go in Excel to left dot select. And now what happened? Let's see. Can you see the cursor is now here A1? We have to using the here was the cursor and is shifted now A1. So we move the cursor the here. And now using the another sub test 9 sheet 1 dot range A7 dot in Excel up dot row. So now it will show the position not row here dot select. Click on here. Can you see the position now shifted to the here A1? So this is the small code, and suppose the data in this way. Data in this way. Here data is missing in this way, and we have to go this position, this particular position. So how we can go this position? We have to go this position from A1. So we have to go this position. So how it can be possible? Let's sub text 10 sheet 1 dot sales. In the sales, what is the use of the cell? Basically, suppose that there is the row index is 1 and column index 1, and then we can select, give the value select, then it will select the sales row 1 and row column 1. Let's see, and can you see the cursor is here? If we give the 2 column 1 and row 2, row 1 column 2, and then it will go to the position here B2, means the column is the number is the 1 and column number is 1, and what the row number is 1, column number is the 2. 2. So this is the position. If we change the 2 3 3 2, row number is the 3 and column number is 2. Let's see the position will we have. Here will be the position, and this is the position. Row number is 3 and column number is 2. This is the position has been selected. And now we will use test 11 sheet 1 dot rows sales. We are taking the row number is the rows dot count. How many rows here? Count dot row column number 1 dot in Excel up in Excel up dot select. Now clicking there, can you see the cursor is here now, and cursor moved to the position is the A7, and this is the move the cursor, and so this is the way we can write the to the move in that particular position. And we use the another sub function sub test 12 sheet 1 dot sales row 1, then columns dot counts, the dot count dot in Excel to left dot select. So what happened here, I will explain. Row number in Excel sheet 1 dot sale, row number 1, columns dot count.
Typo. Select
Spelling,
typo.
spelling mistake in select.
Okay. Select. Yeah. And now click on run. Can you see now here the cursor, and this actually there is also text here. So it goes to a cursor here. Let's see, click again. Can you see cursor is here in VBA macros? And if you want to change the row number 2, then it will go to the cursor. Can you see the here? This is the here. If there is anything miss here, then it will work in this case. So cursor is the here now. So this is the small codes and these types of the beginning parts basically. And what is the rows dot counts and what is the column dot count? What rows dot count do? Actually goes to the last rows. This is the rows dot count, and counting the rows exactly the rows, how many rows in there, and move to the position in Excel up, move to the position, this position. From the in rows dot count, go to the last position and come back to the in Excel up this position, and giving the this, select the this row and this column, this row basically record sales. So this is the working in this way. And this is the row. Suppose we will use the one macro test 13 message box rows. It work or not? Let's see. Rows dot count. Can you see the row number? How many rows there in these sheets? This is the rows. How many rows in these sheets? This is showing the rows. How many rows in these sheets? And if we do the columns dot count,